next, it's an NFC West showdown with the Seahawks looking for 3 in a row over the 49ers. San Francisco has dropped 13 of the last 15 to Seattle, and they'll attempt to reverse the trend next.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Throwing on first down is Lance. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive. That's a quick first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry now for Trey Sermon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The numbers for Sermon in last week's game: 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
And that's a sight that 49er fans like. George Kittle catching a pass for a first down. Remember, he only played in 8 games in 2020, but he was a 1,000-yard receiver in 2018, 2019. They're hoping he can regain his all-pro form this season.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, Sermon. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The Lance going to throw. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side, and he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Niners, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Now Wilson on first down. They'll find Ballore out of the backfield. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. This defense for the Niners, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Lance. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side here taken in by Bateman. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. From the gun, Sermon. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On 2nd and goal, Lance. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Rashad Bateman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And
just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Carson.
Way to go, boy. Way to get a
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Looking sideline, incomplete. This rivalry, Charles, the Seahawks and Niners, really one of the best in the NFL. So many great games in the last decade or so between these two. Where does this one rank for you in terms of best rivalries of, let's say, the 21st century?
I'm so glad you phrased it that way because we look back on some of the best rivalries in the NFL. We're talking about traditional rivalries like Bears-Packers. But here in the 21st century, It's hard to beat Seahawks and Niners because when they get together, you're often playing for division titles, positioning in the playoffs, and chasing the Super Bowl. Similar to Ravens and Steelers, two of the best rivalries in the NFL.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 26. 19 yards there on the catch and run. They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On second and 11 now. Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively? Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Lance, and looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. They give to Sermon out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, another shot for Sermon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Lance. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Lance. Flush to his right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw is Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. On 3rd down, Wilson. A pass underneath for Carson. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be taken at the 13. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Lance finding Kittle. 1st down, San Francisco. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Lance now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Tate. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Lance. A slant route caught by Bateman. Touchdown, 49ers! Rashad Bateman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. On 1st down, Wilson dumps this one off to Chris Carson. Not much there, only a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
All right. Thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Wilson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Here's Lance to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the 39, Lance. And a quick throw here. That's complete. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Now a handoff. Sermon. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, Those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They go back to Carson here on second. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field, and a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The drive starts with a carry by Sermon, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And they'll try and run for the first with Sermon. Sermon with space, a first down, and then some. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And back to Sermon on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, 49ers! Brandon Ayuk, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field, but if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson buying time to his left. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Back now here in Santa Clara, and that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down. Now it's Wilson. James has got it, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He finds... His man complete. It's James. A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Well, there's Lockett pulling in a tough ground. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A Seahawk first down as Wilson finds Lockett. Again, Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson out to the right. He gets it to Lockett.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged...
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Nick Bosa in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. But just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
From just shy of midfield, Lance complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Throwing again here, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now Wilson on 1st down. It's caught, Lockett. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this will go to Carson out wide. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Wilson will throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Play action. Now it's Lance. That's complete to Dwelly, his tight end. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Sermon. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about taking a knee at the end? And there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0,